His wife wears his favorite hat, now something to hold on to as she struggles with explaining to a 5-year-old that his father is missing.
He loved the ground that his daddy walked on. That was his best friend. I tried telling him, but I don't think it's really registering.
Hey, what's up? It's iCkEdMeL. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Missing Mondays. And today we're going to be talking about Jamell LeeHeung, 25 years old, missing out of Maryland, an Army veteran who worked at Andrews Air Force, but where he went missing is this naval support facility, Indian Head. It's this base where he attends while he's going to school to get his education. Now, he's a father. He has 2 children, according to one of these articles. And in the beginning that you saw, that was his wife trying to explain that she tried telling her 5-year-old that adores his father that your father's missing. And like, I don't know, how do you even explain that to a child?
Hurt. He's a father. He has a junior who was the third, who looks up to him and adores him. And he has 6 sisters. He's the older brother to 6 sisters total. And they all look up to him and they all love him. And he would not just leave his 6 sisters like this.
Jamell is a veteran with a disability who lives at the naval base with his wife and 2 children. He was currently in school getting his bachelor's. His father says his disappearance is strange.
Jamell went out that night with friends to go to a bar Saturday night. And so he leaves this naval facility where he lives at. He takes the 210 and drives to a place that's not far, maybe 13 minutes away, 7 miles, to the 227 and Bryans Road, a bar in this area. I haven't seen specifically what bar he was at. And it says that he, after left, and I read 2 reports, he was last seen leaving this bar. And the other report was that he left the bar, takes the 210 back towards where he lives, towards the base, and that he was last seen close to the gate. And when he went missing, immediately his family took action and they started searching, and they found this markings on the road not too far from the base. So his vehicle, instead of heading straight to the base here, he made a left turn apparently and took this road called Mattingly Avenue and took it down. I'm not sure, maybe it goes about a mile down. And again, I should correct myself. I don't know if it was him or not. His vehicle, anyway, had taken this, him or somebody took this vehicle down Mattingly Avenue, and around somewhere around here, they see these scratches or like marks left on the road. So the search people ended up focusing their efforts on this Mattawoman Creek, and his vehicle was found.
On Monday, Charles County dive teams found Leeheung's missing Nissan Altima several yards from the boat ramp at Slavin's dock. They'd been contacted by Naval Criminal Investigative Services from the nearby Indian Head Naval Support Facility where Leeheung lives. When Leeheung left Bryans Road, he headed south on Route 210, a route that would have taken him directly to the base's main gate. Now they're trying to figure out how and why his car ended up at the boat ramp at the end of Mattingly Avenue, the last place to turn before reaching the main gate. His family did their own search, and they came to this spot. They saw these tracks like a car on its rim go straight to the water. Whether or not the markings were made by Leeheung's car, it's what focused attention on the creek. On this day, dive teams, boats, and a drone were used in another search of the deceptively deep waters of Mattawoman Creek. It's less than a mile from the base.
We do know his car was pulled from the water about 400 meters from this location. Jamell's father tells me he saw that car being pulled out on Monday. He says it was completely damaged. Family says Jamell was last seen near the Indian Head Naval Base's gate at around 2 Sunday morning. The Charles County dive team found his vehicle on Monday. His father says the car was severely damaged.
Oh, it was totally damaged. It was bad. And it's not from being pulled out of here. It was damaged before it went in there.
What his father said about this vehicle being torn up, this thing does look completely trashed. I mean, I encourage you to even rewind back if you want to and take a look at some of the clips of the vehicle. Doesn't even look like any of the tires are there. It just looks like it's on just straight rims. Well, no, I think there's tire on one side, maybe. This looks rammed. The other side might have tires. I mean, this thing looks trashed.
LeeHeung was last seen leaving an establishment in Bryans Road, Maryland. His father had texted him shortly before he disappeared, and nothing seemed amiss.
I said, hey, just wanted to know we had a good Thanksgiving. I love you, son.
Now, I wanted to trace the path from this road here, from the base when he got back from the bar. And by the way, if you guys could put down some questions that you have about this. I have a friend that's in contact with somebody with the family. I don't know if they'd come out or not, but if they would, maybe we can ask some questions just about the story, because I'm wondering about his friends too. He went out with friends that night. Like, what do their friends have to say, right? Did anything happen at the bar? How was his behavior as well? Did he have issues with anybody? That's the base right there, the Naval Support Facility. And so he went down, well, again, I don't know if it was him or what, but the vehicle went down this road on Mattingly, right? So let's just kind of take it a little bit fast through the neighborhoods, so I can just kind of give a little bit of a visual. But yeah, I'm wondering, cameras at the bar. I mean, when that vehicle reached this left turn, there were any cameras that caught the car? Could they see if he was inside? Even this winding road, is there any ring or any kind of cameras? And this dock, too, to me, I'm going to show you the map once we reach the dock. And they said it's actually deceptively deep, which I'm curious how deep this thing is. But it leads out to the ocean, too. So it's just this winding path, straight shot down. There's a park on the way. And then this is the dock here. And the vehicle could literally be driven straight into the water because it's a boat ramp, I guess. The other thing I was wondering about is if they can get the computer from the car and figure out, the acceleration, what happened before the vehicle was in the water. I don't know if they'd be able to find out, I don't know, any kind of crash or other stuff that happened before it went into the water. But so this is Maryland, okay, and this is this river here. The river here is the Mattawoman Creek, but then it goes out to the waters here, Potomac River, and then this kind of goes out here into the ocean. I mean, it's a lot of water. Just thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. I hope this family gets some answers. And by the way, last week I covered Nancy NG, and no updates with that story. That's the woman that, and I think it's called Nike, I forgot her pronunciation. I'm sorry for the NG. But that's the woman that went into this water kayaking and disappears. And another woman ran into her in the middle of the water, and her body has not been found to this day. A lot of drama with that somewhat. And people, I guess, mostly believe it's a drowning, though there was a Business Insider article that came out today just going over the TikTok sleuths. They're called TikTok sleuths that have been obsessing over the case of Nancy, a woman who vanished during a yoga retreat, and it's revealed an ugly truth. Just this story was really weird too, because she was out there without no life vest, and the family was saying she wasn't offered a life vest, but the company was saying they did offer her a life vest, and that the lady that saw her in the middle of this I don't know, lake or whatever it was, I forgot right now, had said, don't go swimming, the waters are rough, you shouldn't swim. And that this girl Nancy said, I just feel like swimming, and so she jumps into the water, and the boat starts floating away from Nancy, and so this person tries to get the kayak, tries to get the kayak and puts her legs off of hers into Nancy. So like she kind of have one leg in each, I guess, trying to hold it in place. I think that's what the story was. Then it drifts away. So she goes to turn around to go back to get Nancy's boat. But then when she turns back around, Nancy's gone. And then when they come back, these people dip out the next day. I don't know if they were scared or whatever, I guess. And the family had been wanting answers from the person that had witnessed Nancy disappear into the water, and she'd offered no answers for weeks and weeks and weeks. And now that person finally got an attorney and replied through their attorney. But anyway, this article was just talking about the case, but also saying how TikTokers are obsessing. Armchair sleuths can have their benefits, but also a lot of information shared about true crime can be misinformed. And they spoke about this one situation with Lawrence Crook. In October, he begged TikTokers to stop making true crime content about his mom's murder. Odessa Carey, 73 years old, murdered by her mentally ill daughter, Crook's sister, in 2019. 4 years later, people are still making videos and talking about the case. Last thing I want to mention, Suren Sital, we covered him at the South Florida story, airplane mechanic that was literally seen on video working on these airplanes, and he leaves and he's never seen again. We covered that on this channel as well for Missing Mondays. And I just wanted to let you guys know that there is still no updates. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I have a playlist for Missing Mondays. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel as well. Take care. Peace. Bloop, bloop.
And Leeheung's mother, who requested that we not show her face because of her job, lives with the pain only a mother can know amid the uncertainty about her son's fate.
He'd give you the shirt off his back if he could. He was the best son in the world, still is.